What have the Republicans been up to the past couple of days? I'll write some stuff down. And, we'll go down a little bit. This is a quick rant because I'm just sitting here being like, wow, there's no way people still support this, but you know, somehow. So let's talk about Pam Bondi's hearing real quick. The one of her just protecting pedophiles. Not answering any single question and just throwing the blame onto other administrations. So what I want to take away from this, the main thing you should take away from that whole hearing is that one Republican, I forgot his name, is pointing out the fact that they hid a co-conspirator. Now, if that doesn't send signals to your brain being like, I thought, wait a minute, I thought we were told there were no co-conspirators, and actually I thought we were told there were no files of this thing that we're looking at right now, specifically. So you're going to sit there and let that go over your head. Right. So you're just gonna sit there, let that go over your head, and they're gonna sit there and just talk about money and Chinese vapes, right? She can't even look at the victim's face, okay, like the victim's faces behind her, let alone even just say I'm sorry into the mic like a piece of shit, like I'm sorry. Can't even do that. Can't even do that. Just sits there and say I'm not gonna play to this game. What game? What game? Being a human and being like, hey, whatever you've been through, I feel terrible for you. Like, what game are you playing at, Pam? Because the only game you're playing at right now is just hurting other women, okay? That's the only game you're playing at because you've been brainwashed, okay? The target of oppression can unfortunately also have their views tainted of their own group, and that's exactly what you're seeing right there. You have a woman protecting the male patriarchy. You have a woman protecting pedophiles. You have a woman who will not look other women who have been sexually assaulted that want to just say that want to just tell you, hey, this is what happened to me. She won't even look at them and apologize to what her department has been doing to her. And yes, we know other departments have sucked ass at doing anything to do with Epstein, okay? That's the one thing me and you can get along with, Pam, okay? So props to you on that, but it's up to you now. You are in control of this, and what you have been doing is not justice. What your job is deliver justice to the people and to the victims, and what you have done is deliver justice to the pedophiles, okay? Because all you're giving them is fucking... They're over there, except the one that you had to unfortunately expose now, which is probably... I don't know what he's doing, because there's no investigation into him, I bet. There won't be now. I mean, yeah, you might be able to tarnish his image, but you guys aren't going to put that dude in jail. He's a co-conspirator of child sex trafficking. And they hid that. And she sat there being like, yeah, his name was in there 4,000 times. You're just saying this one thing. Yeah, the one thing that had his name next to the fact that he was a co-conspirator of sex trafficking. You wake up to that. Okay. Another thing that happened, you had your boy, Jeremy Carl, a white supremacist, in the Senate, trying to explain how the white race is being, washed away. How our culture is being washed away. You live paycheck to paycheck. Just hear me out. You live paycheck to paycheck in the United States of America. You pay your taxes to the people that sat that man down at that table. I'm talking about Jeremy Carl. You are paying. We are paying for that. Okay. Like, if that also doesn't ring bells in your head, you're a white supremacist and you love this. Okay? That's the only reason why. And if you need to know more about this dude, you don't need to read this or anything, but he has a book published, The Unprotected Class. I wonder what class he's talking about. You'll see in a minute. How anti-white racism is tearing America apart. This dude has to be a comedian. No, there's no way they didn't hire a comedian and put his ass at the table. Okay. Oh, my bad, guys. I didn't mean that, but we're going to go with it. My point, like you guys hate criminals so much. You hate criminals so much. But you have an administration that is literally protecting pedophiles. The worst type of crime you can do. And they're literally treating normal human beings, citizens like yourself who want the same normal life like yourself, who are living paycheck to paycheck like yourself, who want to feed their kids like yourself, who want to better their life like yourself, and they put them in cages and treat them like animals. But you want the criminals? You want the criminals gone? Dude, Our whole system is filled with criminals, dude. This is the issue. You'll never see the criminals gone because they're in the system. You can throw as many criminals as you want that aren't in the system away, but there will continue to be criminals in the system. Okay? That's not how it works. You need to get to the root. Because if you don't get to the root and you just take care of the problems at the top, it's going to keep growing, dog. Come on, people. So, like, it's like you have to just look at the statistics. You can't sit here and deny it. 70% of the people who are put in these concentration camps, because this is what it is, are people just like you. People just like you. And a lot of women and children. And it's actually disgusting for you to sit here and say you're pro-life, but then turn your backs on kids like that. Kids who are wanting to commit suicide. Kids. Oh, but you don't care because they're not your kids, right? Love thy neighbor, love yourself. But no, they're not. No, you don't care about anyone. You don't care about anybody but yourself. Nobody. But no, you guys have your gold crosses in your Bible. It's just racism, and a lot of you guys are okay with that. A lot of you guys are okay with that. And I'm not saying all 77 million people, but a lot of you people who voted for this man saw racism in him. That's why you guys call him God and call him Jesus, is because you see him and he lets you do whatever he lets you do that shit freely. Okay? This is the only reason why. And I'm not going to sit here and, like, yes, it's your fault, but you've also been brainwashed. But it's also up to you to fix your shit, because no one else is going to do it. We're telling you. We're here to help you. We're here to give you the information, right? Blatantly, right? But you don't even want to do that. You don't even want to listen. You just want to right over your head and listen to Daddy Trump. That's all you got to do. Because for some reason you think you're on the team, but let me tell you what you have, because you don't just have to be a straight white man to be on the team. You have to be a straight white man, misogynist, sexist, pedophile. You don't maybe have to be willing to eat kids, but, like, it seems that a lot of them just love eating kids for some reason. So unless that's you, if that's you, you're on the team. Congratulations. Be on that team, right? But there's not a lot of you. I'm sorry to tell you, there might be a couple. There might be a couple of you willing to die for that, willing to die on that hill. But I'm telling you right now, there are way more of people who want to die for their actual cause, and that's their family and love. Okay, and by family I mean the whole world, not just their personal family. They want to see everyone thrive. Okay, they want to see heaven on earth, just like what you people supposedly want. You Christians, you Bible thumpers, supposedly what you want. These people that are thrown into these concentration camps want it more than you. They have more American values than you do. All you see, your American values is the American flag and the fucking bald eagle symbols. Okay, but American values and freedom is freedom for everyone, dignity. Okay, respect, diversity. That's United States, not the white state of America. That's not it. It's the United States of America. Okay. Second time we got it. Something's trying to stop me. Something's trying to stop me. I'm telling you. Okay, so one last thing. You guys were okay with the racism, right? But now, if you defend whatever Pam Bondi did, you're a pedophile. And you might sit here and be like, what did you just call me, dude? What did this dude just call me, dude? What did this dude just... No. It's simple. You're a pedophile. Because if you're going to sit here and protect pedophiles, you're a pedophile. You're a predator. It's that simple. If a Nazi sits at a table and you do not sit down or say anything, you're a Nazi. It's that simple. You're going to let these people do it and you're going to protect them, but you're not a predator and you're not a pedophile. Are you missing a couple things up there? Because the people that you hate on and think are missing things up there are actually the people who have more common fucking sense than anything that you will ever have. Okay? So, yeah, I can say that. I can say that you protect, but if you protect pedophiles, you like kids. It's that easy. Or sorry, if you protect pedophiles, you're a pedophile. Even if you personally don't want to have relations with a child, you're still a pedophile. It's that simple. And it's truly disgusting. It's truly disgusting, especially from you Bible thumpers, dude. Really. Really. The original MAGA are the people who literally crucified Jesus. And if you people don't realize that, if you people don't realize that you're the people that Jesus didn't bend the knee to and just listen to government, and they're the people who crucified him at the cross, if you don't realize that, oh, you're done for. You're literally done for. And I don't believe in Judgment Day or whatever you want to believe in. That day's going to come, right? And if you believe in Judgment Day, you're truly gonna think that God's gonna be like, "Oh my God, my child, yes, you hated the immigrants, you hated the blacks, you hated the browns. Yes, you only wanted white. You controlled people's lives, you controlled women's bodies. Yes, come into my kingdom." Delusional, absolutely delusional. Not what love your neighbor. Jesus specifically told you your neighbor is someone different from you, economically, um, whatever that means, different, specifically a whole different person than you, a person who doesn't speak your language, a person who doesn't live your life. They're your neighbor, and you're supposed to love them, and your enemy. But no, you guys want to execute Joe Biden just like Charlie Kirk did, right? But you're gonna sit here and say Charlie Kirk's a good guy. Sorry, this is kind of a side rant, but I have this dude in my comment section being like, I think you should really research Charlie Kirk because I personally think he was a good man. His wife's kind of sketchy, but I personally think, what do you mean research? I need to research. It's all projection. It's all projection, and it's all it ever will be. You need to people wake you people need to wake up. It's that simple. Have a good day.